This is part 2 of the application training for the 2019 International Convention in Phoenix, Arizona. In the last video, we discussed the use of Slack to communicate between teams. In this video, we will discuss how Trello is used to manage delegate information throughout our hospitality assignment. Trello is a database that may be synchronized between multiple devices and platforms. Information within Trello is organized by the use of cards, lists, and boards. For our purposes, we will use Trello to manage delegate information by using cards to represent delegates, lists to represent status and location, and boards to represent the daily event. Using this application, delegate information can be shared across transportation team members quickly and efficiently. We begin with opening a card within Trello. If you are properly configured for training, you will start the Trello application and open the board for your assignment. In this case, we will open Arrivals Flight. Opening any card will display the delegate ID, the arrival flight, and the delegate name as the card title. Within the card description, you will see the branch they are traveling from, other flight information, gender, email, hotel, and the activities itinerary for the delegate. The due date of the card is the scheduled time of the arrival flight. Some of the delegate information, such as hotel and airport terminal, is also saved as labels for searching and filtering groups of cards. At the bottom of each card is a log of activities associated with that delegate card. We can use this information to track the history of changes to the delegate card. A useful feature of the phone application is that clicking a flight number will bring up a preview of the flight to include the real-time status of departure and arrival, which can prove useful in anticipating early or delayed flights. To move a card from one list to the next, you first need to search for the delegate by ID number. If you have entered it correctly, only one card will appear and will match to the name you are targeting. Click the card to open it. Depending on your volunteer position, you may be asked to take a picture of the delegate. This is done by clicking the paperclip icon and taking a photo. Then you will click the 3 dots at the upper right corner of the screen to select a card action. You will select Move Card. In most cases, you will move a card from a list on your current board to another list. This will be explained in the procedures for your position. There is no need to be concerned about the position of the card. You may simply save the position. Then you may close the card. You will see that the card is moved to a different list. Let's move that card again to review the steps. First, you search for the delegate ID number, then open the card, take a picture. For the purposes of training, if you are moving a card that already has a picture, you may take another picture to the card while you are moving it. Then select a card action. Select a board and save the position. Let's move that card one more time and see if you can follow along without narration. If in the course of selecting a position you accidentally select an incorrect action, Slack a message to Trello support. Please do not attempt to correct the problem yourself by deleting or archiving the card. Transportation Office support will take care of the issue. If your position assignment involves end-of-day check-in, your procedure is as follows. Search for the card by delegate ID, review the activities selected to see the delegate's itinerary for tomorrow. Since we are pretending today is August 6, we are looking for an activity on August 7. We can see the delegate is going to Sedona tomorrow. Select a card action and move the card to the appropriate board, in this case, Excursion Sedona. Then save the position. The card will disappear from your screen. If the card you were reviewing had no activities scheduled for tomorrow, you would move the card to the next day open board, Staging. Save the position, and the card will disappear. As a final step, when you have completed moving all of the cards on your list, Slack a message to your keyman that you are done. To do this, select your check-in channel and send a message. Before we begin with the training exercise, we have a few points for review. When searching for delegates, you may be tempted to scroll down a list or search by the name. But that will not be the most efficient way to work with the database when we are in production. It is important that you open each card individually and move the card by the card action and not by dragging the card. The reason for the steps we have provided is that we have tested these procedures with large amounts of users and cards and have determined that this is the most efficient way to check in delegates. When many cards are being changed at once, the cards on your screen may quickly move and cause confusion. The synchronization between devices may also cause temporary duplicates of cards on the screen. Additionally, other actions that seem available do not work as expected in the Trello application. We are very familiar with the complications caused by selecting the wrong action, and these steps provided will minimize those errors. That being said, we do not expect perfection from our volunteers. We realize that mistakes can and will happen, and we appreciate your willingness to work with the tools to manage all of this information. We simply ask that if you do make a mistake, please do not try to fix it by selecting any of the card, list, or board actions. Just Slack a message to the Trello support channel, and our office staff will be happy to correct the error. The important thing is that you follow the explicit instructions provided at the training. As a reminder, here are all of the actions that should be avoided while using Trello. Cards should only be moved. Do not add, copy, or archive a card. Lists should only be viewed. Do not add, copy, move, or archive a list. The list actions affect all cards even if they're not visible in the filter. These are the most dangerous functions to use. Therefore, please do not choose the action to move or archive all cards in a list. And finally, please do not change any labels, even if you think the label is incorrect. It will affect our ability to search and filter for delegates. Unfortunately, with the version of Trello we are using, we are not able to lock people out of functions they're not supposed to use. We do have some ways to track prohibited activities, but we are relying on your cooperation and obedience in this manner. As a final note before the exercise, please remember the focus is on accuracy, not speed. The training procedures in this exercise are meant to familiarize yourself with the tools. Actual procedures may change when you receive your position training. And the information in the database does contain actual data as well as data generated for the training. so please treat the information as sensitive and confidential. This concludes the instruction portion of the Trello training. Let us now proceed with the exercise.